It, for many of us today, is simply a mind-boggling Monday. The ups, the downs, how do you put it into words? And as much as I like music, how do I even put it in a song? For each man has that which brings comfort to when he is feeling disheartened, forlorn, when he experiences disappointment. And I just take this time before we begin the show to give a moment of silence for those who have departed, including my very, very dear cousin, James McPhee. Mouth was hard. He was a tenacious businessman. He attempted to do everything well. And even in so doing, misfortune takes place. I just want to give an encouragement to all out there today that it doesn't matter our efforts in life. What matters most is the legacies that we leave behind. And I want you to realize that today, my show will be titled Walking the Tightrope. But before I do so, we do have a segment. You know, there's always a silver lining to those clouds. And when I walked into the studio today, I saw a gentleman dressed in camouflage. Now, listen to me. I know I am a decent man. I'm sure I'm a decent man. But you know I was a bad little boy too. So bad boys, even though we're not big trouble, we still believe we troublemakers, right? So when I see camouflage now, I start wondering now what the hell they doing here, forgetting that I'm supposed to have an interview this morning. I know immigrant, illegally, I know criminal. But the gentleman resembles that of one of my comrades, Carl Ramming. And I looked at him twice as if I knew him. But the officer's here. And he's bringing us some information today that is vital to the continuance and the building of our nation. It is a pronouncement going forth that for those who are civil servants, those who are patriots, those who believe in our sovereignty, that you take part in exercising the growth of our country by not only listening today, but I also implore you to spread the good word. And so without further ado, as Blue Johnson is here with me, Peter Outen is here with me today, you know we're going to jam today. But before we do, we got to jam with our brother here, handsome as he may be, strong as he may be. He has come here humbly to speak with you today. Please introduce yourself, my friend.
Good afternoon, God. I am Alan Dixon, Lieutenant Commander, Royal Barbados Defense Force, and Executive Officer for the National Youth Guard.
The National Youth Guard. When you use the word youth, we're talking about building future lives for this country.
Affirmative.
And so how long have you been in the service?
I've been in the service 31 years.
31 years. At what age did you enter in?
21.
21.
Yes.
Give us a little backdrop as to why a Bahamian male, if you're going back 31 years, we're looking back at what, the 90s?
95.
95. Okay, good. Why would a young man in the years of 1995, this is before Y2K, you would have been at what age then?
21.
21.
Yes.
Why would a 21-year-old want to enter into the service? What would prompt you to do so? Let's get to you before we get to this whole idea of this youth guard. Go ahead.
Well, your influences tend to shape how you live. I was attending the Kemper Union Baptist Church at the time, and there were quite a few men who were quite a little bit older than me, who were in the Royal Barbados Defense Force, and they saw that I was a young man coming up, and they encouraged me to join. And me not knowing much about it, but hearing them talk about it and seeing the way they live their lives, I aspired to be like them, and so I signed up.
So you did something wrong already. Let me tell you what you did wrong. You talk about Camp Road Union Baptist?
Yes.
You talking about Blue Country?
Yes.
So as he said, Camp Road Union, I looked and I said, hold on. So are you saying, are you a Camp Road man, or you just went to the church?
Well, my family is from Camp Road. My family actually, my mother was born in Linewood Lane.
Line Road.
Line Road, yes.
Right. Okay. What's
So-
your mother? What's your mother's name? Mom's name?
But the family is Markfield. You might not
Markfield,
know.
yeah.
You might not know my mother. but you-
Markfield
but
Line
you-
Road. Say no more.
Yes.
Say no more.
And those McPhees hail from where?
Exomo.
Exuma McPhees.
Yes.
All right. So here you are, from the Camp Road area, Camp Road, Salem Baptist Church, and you were influenced by those who were older than you to walk this particular path.
Yes.
Minding you that this would have been the post era of the whole idea of a drug-riddled country.
Yes.
So the whole attraction of fast cars and Jeeps and motorcycles and gold chains and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 women, that wasn't appealing to you as much as what was appealing to you were the decent men, because not all men in church, that in this particular phase were attractive to you.
But God, as decent men, I think it's our obligation to try to influence the next generation to also be decent men. We stand on the shoulders of those who went before us. I'm sure Mr. Johnson could articulate the people he looked up to when he was coming when he's coming up, who made him the man he is today.
Absolutely.
And I can see from his effort he's trying to do, and he's trying to pay that forward. He's trying to reach out to the generation that's behind him and say, "This is that takes you to the graveyard of prison."
That ain't wicked.
So it seems if you came from a strong family, your mother seemed to be very important to you. How has that transferred to you as a person? Are you also a family man? Do you have children? Or are you just that soldier like Rambo who ain't got nobody, but I'm going to do the right thing?
No, I've been married for 30 years now. I've 3 daughters, all adults. My oldest daughter's already married, and like I said, I'm trying to carry on that tradition of sound families.
Yeah, man, you sound extremely sensible, extremely strong, and I like that. To me, I'm getting goosebumps because this is now the sign of 53 years of independence. See, this is what I'm looking for when we talk about independence. I'm not looking for the weak-minded. I'm not looking for the people who are afraid. I'm looking for people who can say, you know what, whatever the world, the global society brings on the Bahamas, we are now disciplined enough and prepared enough to deal with what is ahead. I like your presence already. And your position, once again, your rank, once again, is what again?
Lieutenant Commander.
Okay, now, let me tell you another issue that we're going to have before we get to our young people. Because I'm giving you a little extra time today because, I like your person. Whenever young people tend to enter into a service, whether it's the hotel service, whether it's the public service or the military branches, there is a thought that we, the senior people, make it more difficult for young people to climb through the ranks. Because I know when we started off, we wanted to be the man in charge of the Defense Force. We want to be the big commander. But for you now, you said 31 years. Could you give us just a short snippet as to how easy or difficult it was for you to climb through those ranks?
Well, as a man, you determine how far you progress. You could be a person who dedicates yourself to your craft. You could be a person who continues to educate yourself, take advantage of opportunities that are presented to you, and perform. And if you continue to perform, you will advance. And it may be slower than other people, but in time, you will advance. I started off as a Marine seaman. I spent 4 years as a Marine seaman, missed my first promotion exercise, got the second one. Same thing happened to be an AB, same thing happened to be a lieutenant. I seem to always catch the second wave. But progress continued. And from there, I transferred over. I became an officer, did sub-lieutenant, missed the first promotion, did lieutenant, missed the first promotion, did senior lieutenant, missed the first promotion, did lieutenant commander. I'm a lieutenant commander now, and missed the first promotion. So, but consistency will get you to your goal.
Now, you hear what you just said. And I know you didn't plan on saying what you said. You see, these people listening now, when they hear words like progress, and I tell them 2 steps forward, 1 step back, 2 steps forward, they don't make you a PLP. That's what they do on this show. That's what they just do. But what I am seeing here once again is a behemoth. Y'all don't get it. I don't care what his political persuasion is. I don't care what his religious persuasion is. What I care about is that as he is building himself, he is building a wife, He's building his children. He's building the future generations. He's building people on the defense force. He is building this nation just one unit at a time. And rather than you trying to demolish the country 3 steps forward in demolition and only 1 step to build it, you know we're destroying our own self. And so, sir, I want to commend you here publicly as we launch into this program today. And what purpose brings you here to us today?
I'm here representing, like I said, I'm an executive officer for the National Youth Guard, and I'm here to let the world know, let the country know what the National Youth Guard is all about. National Youth Guard is a program that was developed after Hurricane Dorian. What we found when we got Dorian, there were people there who were willing to help, but did not know how to help. So at the end of the day, they ended up only getting in the way. What the National Youth Program does is we take young people ages 18 to 25,
Yes.
bring them in for 13 to 16 weeks of training, and we teach them disaster preparedness. We do community emergency response. We do shelter management training. We do so we have people who are trained that in the event of a national emergency, and not necessarily only hurricanes. We do respond for hurricanes. We also respond for wildfires. We have wildfire training. So, like, we recently had wildfires in the airport area, over in the well fields. We've had National Youth Guard members who responded to that. When they evacuated the southern Bahamas during the last hurricane and brought them to Nassau, and they took them to the different community centers, we had people who were there responding to that. We've had people at the warehouse of the Disaster Risk Management Agency who were there working in the warehouse. And that's what the National Youth Guard really seeks to do. We take young people, we train them so that in the time of national crisis, national disaster, and not necessarily only national disaster. There are opportunities where the government needs more manpower.
Yes.
We just had the elections. We had National Youth Guard members at the polls distributing water, making sure people queued up, helping old people. So we are teaching these people the community responsibility. And this is what I was talking about earlier, reaching out to that next generation and showing them the way, showing them that this is what it takes to be a responsible adult. So we bring them into the program. Like I said, 18 to 25. I have to specify that. It's the key. No educational requirements to this program.
Okay, I like that so far. Go ahead.
So we don't say how many BJCs you have to get in this program. Wherever you are, we will bring you into this program. We will do this disaster training with you. We'll teach you. We'll give you some military discipline. This is not a military program, but we're going to give you some discipline. We're also going to give you some job readiness.
Yes.
National Training Agency is going to come in, because here's the thing. I can't call on you to come and assist your fellow people, and you can't take care of yourself. So we're going to do some job readiness training to put you in a position to take care of yourself. We're going to get you certifications. We have what we call an OSHA certification, which is an international safety certification. So if you're in construction or you're working in any port certification, we have the STCW certification, which if you're working anywhere in the blue economy, you're going to need STCW certification. If you want to work on a mailboat, if you want to work on a cruise ship, you're going to need that certification. And that's the thing. We bring you into the program, we house you, we clothe you, we feed you, we give you a stipend of $150 a week.
16 weeks
wow.
of this.
Yes.
Wow.
And we give you these certifications. It's going to cost you more than $1,000 to get STCW certification
Yes.
if you do it on your own. To get an OSHA certification, that's the next couple $100.
But I only 25. I want to know if I get a boat captain license through y'all.
Actually, we're working on that.
I 25 now. Don't look at my gray hair. I 25. I need a Captain A license. Don't stammer.
Listen, I am actually in the process of trying to include the Captain's B license
Yes.
in this program.
That's why I said 8, because I got to go above the top.
Here's the thing. First, in a 16-week period, I'm not going to get you from
Yeah, I know.
zero knowledge
I know.
to eight. I can get you started. But here's the thing. Remember I mentioned SCCW?
Yes.
Before you even consider A or B license, you have to get SCCW.
I like it.
So we're going to give you the first, we're going to get you started. We're going to point you in the right direction.
Yes.
We're going to, not only that, we connect you with people. We connect you with resources.
Networking, yes.
Should I got networking? Yeah.
And here's the thing. Part of the program, the first phase is disaster response, discipline, etc. The second phase, we're going to send you to BTVI, free of charge again.
Plumbing, electrical, upholstery,
electrical,
whatever.
Exactly, carpentry, Microsoft Office.
Yes.
You're gonna do 4 weeks there, and you're gonna leave there with a beginner certification. So you could leave there and look to become a plumber's apprentice. So you're not gonna be an electrician. You're not gonna be a carpenter, but you're gonna have the fundamentals to become an apprentice. And you have a piece of paper in your hand to say, I have been exposed to the fundamentals. I am ready to pursue a job in this field. That's what we call job readiness. And here's the thing: you don't need BJCs to become. All you need to do is show an aptitude for the trade.
A little ability.
So we're gonna steer you towards the blue economy. We're gonna steer you towards the trades. So no matter what your educational background is, we're gonna try to find some place to put you. One of our partners is Cartwright Bedding. We had a young man who's on the spectrum. So he has a little social challenges. But we put him in there, and Cartwright said, "You know what? We'll hire him.
Nice.
$370 a week."
Nice.
So that's an opportunity for somebody who may not find an opportunity anywhere else. And we have
And that's go ahead.
we have a lot of social we have a lot of government partners, but we also have a lot of private partners that we work with that are looking for opportunities to grab people from this program. Law enforcement. Our last graduation, the commissioner of police came to our graduation, and at the end of the graduation, they said, "I'm interested in him, and him. Tell him report to police college on Friday." So we had people who graduated on Monday, and on Friday they were headed towards training to become police officers. Defense Force, we have the first pick. So I pulled some people halfway through the program, and they were able to join. They're going to graduate on this Friday. Defense Force Marines.
What I'm hearing here is that even if a parent, single parent or two parents, have halfway raised a child such as this, can actually complete the whole idea of maturing these people. In other words, it's a program of national salvation is what I'm hearing here. And I've always been a proponent and advocate for such programs because as simple as, let's just say, custom duty exemption. Let's say that's $600 twice a year. I don't understand why a voluntary service such as what you're now mentioning to me cannot afford a young person $2,000 a year exemption in order to start a small business. I just think it should be a part of our national development for entrepreneurship, for bringing the brilliance of people that have not been given an opportunity to bring that brilliance forward. With $2,000 exemption, a young person can go off to where one of your partners have now gone, one of your associates have gone to China. They could go to Malaysia. They can go to Japan. They can go to Panama. They can go to the Dominican Republic. With $2,000 exemption, they can jumpstart a business. But you can't tell me for $600 twice a year, they can start anything. And so your innovation and your ingenuity right now is simply hair-raising to me. I like it.
Yeah, and the thing about it, what struck me with that, God, is where, you're giving these young people, letting them know that, listen, man, we value you, have it in you.
Yes.
It's just up to us to bring you forward, put you out there for people to see you, give you the proper training, and then you start with step one, and you never know where you could end up. But if you're there idle on the streets doing nothing, there's only one way. As I know it from my time being on the streets as a kid, that's down. But if someone like yourself, Lieutenant Commander, saw it in you, listen, I'm going to recruit you. This is the plan I have for you for this national health, this national program, A, B, and C. I mean, you start here and the door will open wide. You now, a couple of the recruit now graduating from your police force. Come on, man, that's what it's all about. Helping these young people. Sometimes you need to help some people help themselves.
Exactly.
I like
You
it,
see what I'm
man.
saying?
Well, folks, this is Garden Radio Today, 96.9 FM. The phone numbers are 323-6232, 325-4316, 325-4259. Anywhere from the family of violence, 300 toll free. Give me a text, 422-4796. I'm here with the big man in the chair, bringing youth forward, developing, making our nation grow. We'll be right back. I see the phones are lighting up. We'll take some calls when we return. We'll be right back.
Your hero, 'cause that zero is too cold for me. I'm not trying to be your highness, 'cause that matters.
Party is bringing the fun. Choose 2 large one-topping pizzas with a 2-liter soda for just $34.95. Or grab a big square deal, 1 medium, 1-topping pizzas with boneless wings for just $39.95. Enter to win weekly Baja Bay water passes and your very own Marco's Summer Party Pack all summer long. Marco's Pizza, summer never tasted so good.
At Star General, insurance covers loss or damage from accidents, fire, theft, and third-party liability. But the Gold Package gives you increased coverage for rental car and windscreen, personal accident, medical benefits, deductible waiver, and 24-hour roadside assistance where available. Our Star General Gold Package also gives you up to $2,500 for accidental damage to a rental car anywhere in the Bahamas. Go gold with Star General. Insurance made simple.
Always on the go? Missed a show? You can now see Guardian Radio talk shows anytime, anywhere on Spotify and YouTube by searching Guardian Radio or by entering the name of your favorite show. You can also listen by logging on to GuardianTalkRadio.com and click Guardian Radio, continuing to provide you with fresh news and smart talk anywhere, anytime, all day.
Headed to South Florida soon? Holiday Inn Express in Plantation welcomes you to the heartbeat of Florida fun. Whether it's business or pleasure, the Holiday Inn Express is close to sensational shopping, captivating dining, and nightlife. Elevate your Florida experience. Sleep well and rest easy at Holiday Inn Express. Complimentary breakfast buffet featuring seasonal favorites. Keep up your fitness routine in our 24-hour with cardio equipment and free weights, or take a refreshing swim in our outdoor pool. Your special Bahamas tourist rate awaits. Holiday Inn Express, 1701 North University Drive, in Plantation. Book your getaway now. Call directly at 954-472-5600 or the sales department for reservations and additional information.
This is Guardian Radio, your station for up-to-the-minute news and intelligent, interactive, and engaging conversations. 96.9 FM.
And we are back. Listen, what a silver lining to that dark cloud that we've had this past weekend. I mean, the celebration of 53. I'll say what, though? You know, at age 53, my body started to fight against myself. And you make either decision to either continue on, or that's just the way it is. What I'm witnessing here today is, even in our dismay, there is this encouragement that tomorrow it's going to be okay. And so once again, I'm going to allow our good officer here to introduce himself. He was speaking to us about all that we can look forward to. I know they have some important dates ahead. I am giving them additional time because whether you believe it or not, I like to say you people love to complain all the time on this show. You will complain on everybody else's show, but I've always been a man of solutions. I believe that no matter what you are going through, as long as you are going, that means that you are living. And if you are living, you need to be thankful for who and what you are. Listen to me, man. We don't own anything in this life. I don't care which bank you paid for. I don't care how you look at this my wife, this my children, this my car, this my house. You ain't got nothing. Because our good friend Ruben Roberts gone and Super Value still running. I don't know if you all been in Super Value lately, but the line's long and ain't nobody saying, oh, Paul. Everybody just go in there to say, these price high, hey? When they gonna lower these price? Come on, man, y'all got to stop it. And so now that we are here, we are looking at something positive for the nation. I need you to support our youth. If you have a child right now that is borderline and you want to save your child, and you see the potential in your child to get them away from negative crowds, from negative influence, and you want to set them on the right track, like how my parents sent me to Jamaica to put me on the right track. Praise God for Jamaica, hard life in Jamaica. I could go through anything. I don't care what you tell me, what you try to put on me. I could go through anything. Because for a man to go on top of the roof and get water with frogs swimming in it and boil the water to drink it and say, thank you, Jesus, you ain't nothing you can do to me. I don't care what you tell me. And so, officer, I know you ought to do some crazy things to defend me. I got Gary Mackey, I got Michael Sweeten, I got Ricardo Brown, I got Roy Brown, I got Dale Gray, I got Byron Wright, Big D just gone the other day to glory. These are my boys. These are my friends. And so from the fabric that you also came from, I know that you must be a strong and brilliant man. The microphone is yours.
Thank you. Before we go any further, I'm going to have to put that plug in that the National Youth Guard is the brainchild of the Prime Minister of the Bahamas, works out of the office of the Prime Minister. I try to keep my job.
Keep your job, but I know we can make it to the parking lot.
But here's the thing: we've done 6 cohorts so far. We've processed 421 cohort members. We're about to take on cohort 7. August 15th, that's a Saturday, third Saturday in August. We're looking to bring in 100 new members for cohort 7.
100 new members.
Yes, we're looking to bring in 100 new
and
members.
you're paying 100 people $150 a week.
Yes. Now, here's what I need to stress.
Okay.
Program is exactly that. It's a program. It's not a job. 16 weeks, 13 to 16 weeks you're going to be there. We're going to compensate you for that time you're there. But it isn't even about the $150 because $150 is not a whole lot of money. It's about the value that you obtain there. It's the discipline you obtain there. It's a certification, job opportunities. The doors are open to you.
It's a scholarship.
That's
what it really is. It's a public scholarship.
It's a training opportunity.
Yes.
And that's the thing. I always say this. I have out of the 100% of the people I get there, 20% of them are gonna 20% of them are that's gonna fall along the wayside, and another 60% are gonna be mediocre. You're only gonna get out of this program what you put into this program. If you come in there and you don't pay attention, because like I said, we're getting certifications, we're getting trainings. But if you don't pay attention in the class during the classroom sessions and you don't get the information and you don't pass the exam, you don't get the certification. You're only gonna get what you put in. But like I said, we're looking to start on August 15th, and along that line, we're gonna have some pop-up registration events. We're always at the Ministry of National Security. You can always, if you have young people, you could bring your young people there from 9 to 3, Monday through Friday. We're there. We'll process them there. But we're gonna do better than that. We're gonna reach out to you. This Friday, we're gonna be on St. George's Park from 1 to 4 in the afternoon.
St. George's is where now?
For those who need to know where St. George's Park is, if you're on Marquis Street and you come up to Albury, there's a little corner right next to Albury that's going to take you straight to the park. If you're on Wolf Road and you come up to Wims and you turn through that corner next to Wims and you continue straight down, that would also take you directly to the park. It's a huge park.
I know it.
So, now, and here's the thing: we're looking for young people, 18 to 25. No educational requirements are involved. Now, you have to be of sound mind. You have to be of sound body. This program requires you to do a lot of physical activity. You have to be fit to do the job that we require you to do. Now, that doesn't mean you have to be Marine fit. That just means you have to be physically capable. Can you lift 50 pounds? Can you walk for 3 miles?
Could you go 2 hours without smoking dope?
Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely. Because you need to, because we're putting you in an area where you're going to be responsible for other people.
Right.
And you're going to put you in an area where there are dangerous situations. You're going to have to be, like I said, a sound mind.
Yeah, this is not a babysitting service.
No.
This is a national development
program.
Okay.
Lieutenant Commander, let me ask you a question. I'm a 22-year-old, but I got a little bit of locks. You know, these guys have their hair style in a certain way. Would that eliminate me from entering the program?
That will not eliminate. Okay. We have young men came in there with their locks, left there with their locks. This is a civilian program. Mm-hmm. Like I keep on stressing, this is not a military program. We're not requiring you to shave your head. We're not requiring you to do 100 push-ups.
I require them to wear a belt. You got to doggone wear a belt, man. They can't let the pants drop down, man. Come on now. Talk to me.
Listen to me.
None of that?
Listen to me. When you come there on day one, we expect you to have on black shoes, black shirt, white long sleeve shirt.
Yeah.
We expect you to have a tie.
And a belt.
And a belt.
Thank you.
And here's the thing. If you don't know how to tie a tie, we will teach you how to tie a tie. And we have a standard. You're not going to put that little skinny little thing on. I need a Windsor or not.
So 16 weeks. Where are they residing?
They are at Coral Harbor.
They're at the base?
Yes.
Now, do they have? When you come 16 weeks, that's 16 weeks without leaving the base, or you go home for Saturday and Sunday, or how's that?
Okay, let me take you through the day.
Yeah, let's hear this.
In the life of a cadet, you wake up 5:30 in the morning.
Oh Lord, that's 40% in. Then
I miss it.
Go ahead.
Actually, you wake up 4:30 in the morning.
Yeah.
You wake up 4:30 in the morning.
Yeah.
You brush your teeth, wash your face, get on the line, do the initial count. We have to make sure everybody we are at the end of the day is there at the beginning of the day.
Yes.
5 o'clock, you have to start the initial count. 5 o'clock, you have to start the initial count. 5 o'clock, you have to start the initial count. 5 o'clock, you have to start the initial count. 5 o'clock, you have to start the initial count. 5 o'clock, you have to start the initial count. 5 o'clock, you have to start the initial count. 5 o'clock, you have to start the initial count. 5 o'clock, you have to start the initial count. 5 o'clock, you have to start the initial count. 5 o'clock, you have to start the initial count. 5 o'clock, you have to start the initial count. 5 o'clock, you have to start the initial count. 5 o'clock, you have to start the initial count. 5 o'clock, you have to start the initial count. 5 o'clock, you have to start the initial count. 5 o'clock, you have to start the initial you do physical training. That's 1 hour of physical training. When that is finished, you eat breakfast. You eat that breakfast real quick. Because after that, you do cleaning. If you never clean a day in your life, you can learn the day. You got to make sure the bathrooms are clean. We got to make sure the bunks are made up and the floor is swept. All of this is a part of discipline.
Yes.
I just try to say, I want these parents to be listening to say, if you know your child lazy.
Yeah, so you got a child at home who never clean the floor a day in their life, send them to us. They'll clock and you'll be amazed at what they can do.
It reminds me of the movie The Karate Kid, when he was training
wax on.
wax off. The fella didn't understand, but how is this going to help me with my fighting skills? But when he applied it to real life, then he realized when the fella said, wax on, you block this. Wax off, you block that. So this type of discipline and training of just taking care of your surroundings, clean your environment, help others. You teach them daily life. You teach them how to be a productive citizen in terms of a good behavior.
Go ahead, Peter.
Good afternoon, Bahamas.
Speak into the mic for me.
This song, like, you have persons in the both boys and girls industrial, right, who were facing challenges in school, right? This would be a good way to not only to incorporate them back into society once they leave that institution, but to give them that discipline that they needed. And by virtue of this, they should be able to say, hey, when there's recruitment time, they can say, hey, this individual or these individuals were a part of the system, and they're here to make a change.
Boy, you're going deep, but go ahead.
Okay, here's the thing.
Yeah.
One of the components of my program is that you have to have a clean police record. Now, there are other programs that address those people.
Yes.
This program's primary focus is disaster response. I need people who I'm going to be able to call on
and trust
at the time of natural disaster, who are going to go out there.
And they may have to be at sensitive places, so because of disaster, so you need to know that you could rely and trust on who these people are that you put in certain places.
I understand this point of view, but here's the thing: my program is only 16 weeks. I'm not going to be able to bring that person from there to where we want them to be in 16 weeks. That's another program. That's a longer program.
Yeah.
Let me take this caller. Caller, you're live. This is Guardian Radio Today, 96.9 FM. These fellas here don't even know how to be obedient to a chain of command. I got to teach these fellas how to be answer the chain of command. But let's take a quick break. Caller, hang on to the line. We'll be right back.
Nothing from nothing leaves nothing. If you want to be with me, nothing from nothing.
For fast, reliable, and impactful printing services, look no further. Let Printmasters bring your masterpiece to life. We stand by our quality products that is second to none. Our affordable pricing and friendly, efficient staff makes Printmasters the ultimate choice for all your printing needs. We can deliver any type of printing services, from banners to booklets to business cards. You name it, we can print it.
Let Printmasters bring your masterpiece to life.
Located in the Nassau Guardian Building, telephone 302-2361.
Beulah gal, can you believe this? We are now the patrol queens of the neighborhood.
We now large and in charge. So we need to check out what's going on in everybody's yard. What about that gun that we know that Junior and his homeboys just ran out? Can we report that too?
Of course we can.
But we could be in deep trouble if they find out.
We need to report what we see, Beulah. When you call Crime Stoppers, they just answer your call in Miami.
So then we can report everything? Guns, where they hiding the drugs, who shoot who part of which gang, or who disturbing the peace with the loud music and the motorcycles.
Then our neighborhood will be the best in the Bahamas, and everybody gonna want to come live here. And then our house price will go up, gal.
So what we waiting on? What's the number?
If you see something, say something. Let us all pitch in and stop the crime before it's your time. Call 328-8477 from Nassau or 242-300-8477 from the Family Islands. Or text us through the Crack Crime Bahamas app. Stop the crime before it's your time.
No budget for a vacation this summer? No worries. We got you. Guardian Radio 96.9 will fly you and a guest to South Florida for a vacation of a lifetime. Our sweet summer escape gets you round-trip tickets on Bahamas Air. $1,000 spending cash, thanks to Percy's Island Games. Brand new luggage from Brass and Leather. 4 days and 3 nights at the beautiful Holiday Inn Express Plantation. Free car rental from Hertz, too. All you need is your passport. Enter now for the Guardian Radio 96.9 Sweet Summer Escape. Fill out the form in today's Nassau Guardian and follow us on all social media platforms. Remember, you must be 18 or older to enter. Entry deadline August 12th, drawing August 14th. Taxes not included and certain restrictions apply. This is Guardian Radio, your station for up-to-the-minute news and intelligent, interactive, and engaging conversations. 96.9 FM.
And we are back. This is Guardian Radio Today, 96.9 FM. And I just sit here and I'm just amazed that I'm hearing such positivity coming from the military branch of our country. And lately I've seen the exercises that they're doing publicly and the hard work that they are enduring. And I just want to give a special shout out to all the military branches of our country that many times we underappreciate you, the individuals. But for you who wake up early every day to go to work and do your part, today we here at Guardian Radio, 96.9 FM, here at Guardian Radio Today, myself and others, we want to salute you and tell you thank you.
Absolutely.
I'm going to allow the good man to give us the promotional dates, what we can expect, those that need be there. And once again, I am seeing an opportunity. This is not a PLP thing, an F&M thing or COI thing. I'm getting some texts here, and I got to say, y'all are really seriously silly. Y'all are just silly people. Y'all try to make everything political. My God. We got people around us perishing, and all you care about, you hope to God that the PLP were just dead yesterday, so they don't vote next election. That's how y'all act. Y'all got to stop. Y'all pray to God as an F&M were dead. Or y'all pray to God as a COI were dead. Where is your heart? Where is your compassion? Where is your nationality, man? Where's your pride? Where is your Jesus? Where is your Christianity? Y'all got to stop being stupid. I just got to say this. I don't care if you don't like me. I am the happiest man on God's earth.
Amen.
You know why I'm happy? Because I understand that I'm only here to serve mankind, and then I too will be leaving here. Everything I have done, everything that I have goes to somebody else. It don't stay with me. So I don't know what y'all thinking. But y'all acting like y'all building heaven down here on earth. This ain't gonna happen. I guarantee you in 25 years, you still have Baintown, Grantstown, Farm Road, you still got the hood, you still got the graveyard, you still got plane flying, falling down, ship busting hole in the bottom, people lost at sea. You're gonna have some problems. But my God, when someone give you a lifeline and say, here is salvation, and you refuse to walk in it, that's your opinion. But I just say simply my right, my opinion, say you stupid bad. You really stupid bad. You need to change. You need to repent and you need to change. Officer, take the microphone, sir. Please save me from these people.
Okay, we want to make an appeal. The young people, 18 to 25, unemployed, underemployed, lower education, high education, it really doesn't matter. We want you to come and take advantage of this opportunity to join the National Youth Guard. Like I said, the National Youth Guard program is a program that prepares you to be able to volunteer in the time of national crisis, in the time of natural disaster, and to have the skills to respond to natural disaster circumstances. Now, we're looking to bring in Cohort 7 August 15th. We're basically talking about 4 weeks from now. We're going to have pop-ups. The first pop-up is going to be on St. George's Park. We're going to be there from 1 to 4 on this Friday. That's this Friday. Next week, we're going to be 1 to 4. We're going to be in Garden Hills, number 2. And the following Friday, we're going to be at the Bacardi Park. Everybody knows where the Bacardi Park is. Big Rat Park on Carmichael Road. So we're trying to get into different communities, to reach out to different amount, to get as many people as we can. We're looking for 100 people. We actually have Family Island campaigns as well, trying to get some people in from Family Islands. Because here's the thing. If you have a disaster on Long Island, it makes no sense having to fly people from Nassau to go to Long Island. If you have people on the ground in Long Island, we could activate them. So we're trying to get 25% of this cohort to be from the Family Islands. Young men in particular, I'm reaching out to you. Those who are home playing video games all day, those parents, we shouldn't be appealing to the young people. Appeal to those parents who got that child in the house who ain't doing nothing with their life. Send them to you, better people. Better trained, because we're going to give you this disaster response training. We're going to give you this leadership training. We're going to give you job readiness training. And if you apply yourself, you will walk out of there with something that you could use for the rest of your life. And that's all it's about, pouring into our young people. Like the host said, this isn't about political parties. This is about reaching our young people, saving those who are falling through the cracks.
Absolutely.
You know what? I know Malik in South Beach who's looking for an opportunity to improve himself. But listen, we tend to want to go to the politicians and ask them for an opportunity. And, we say, hey, I vote for you, you got to do something for me. Here's a situation where it seems if you're in the right age category, 18-25, you can employ yourself in the service for 16 weeks. And when you leave, you will have certification that should be able to propel you that if you're not even able to seek some type of gainful employment with an entity, you should be creative enough to go ahead and create something for yourself. For instance, when I left the United States, 2 master's degrees in my hand, came to the Bahamas with 10 cents in my pocket, I had to figure out how I was going to survive. The hotel saved me, making $15,000 sometimes a month, $19,000 a month sometime. I made good money at the hotel. When the hotel said, you're making too much money, time for you to go, I had to go to BTVI myself. I was a man studying plumbing. I was shocked that the first month coming out of BTVI, even though my first job was my worst job ever, doing septic work. Oh, Jesus, I hated that. But to know that you could make over $10,000 a month just from a trade in this country, if you got the mindset to do it, I think a program like this has extreme value and worth. You people need to take advantage of this and get on the ball.
Like I said, we're at the Ministry of National Security. It's a National Youth Guard. We have the website, the National Youth Guard at rbdf.gov.bs. Also, the National Youth Guard at gmail.com. You could write out. You could reach out to us on either one of those emails. You could come and visit us at our office at the Ministry of National Security. We're there during all working hours. We're ready to process you. We're looking to take in 100 candidates.
Now this person
we have plenty room.
This person is texting and saying that they knew people who left a good job, however, went into this program, came out and had no job when they came out. I don't think we're trying to take jobs away from people. This program is for people who are looking for a particular type of discipline, a particular type of opportunity, and who's willing to take the opportunity to improve themselves. I think this is this type of program.
Now, here's the thing. When each and every one of our candidates, we ask them if they're employed. We ask them if they are employed, if their employers are willing to release them to do this program and return to their jobs. We have employers like Burger King who will release their people. They will do our program, and at the end of that program, they will take them back. Mm-hmm. But here's the thing. We also have other entities who are looking for the best of our performers to take them into new opportunities.
Correct.
Royal Caribbean came one time. I had 60 plus people there, and they said, "We right now we can take all of y'all."
Yeah.
Nice.
Well, I appreciate that. This program to me seems to be a token of humanity, of goodwill. I want to encourage everyone to be at St. George's Park. Now, give us the directions there again. Now, listen to me again. I don't want to hear nothing with your good son or your good daughter getting into problems after hearing of such a program. Now is the time for you to go ahead and clear your schedule and show your child you love them by bringing them first to St. George's Park. There are 2 other venues, but I'm going to let the officer once again tell you the time, any numbers to call, emails, web pages. Please take the time right now, take down this information. You need this to be on St. George's Park first and meet these good men and women of our armed forces. Go ahead, sir.
Like I said, we're going to be at St. George's Park this Friday. St. George's Park is in that area. Like I said, from Marquis Street, you're taking the corner by Albury's. From Wolf Road, you're taking the corner by Wims Automotive. You take that road straight, any one of those roads straight down, it's going to take you straight to the park. You can't miss it. We're going to be there from 1 to 3 on Friday. Now, here's the thing. You don't have to wait till Friday. We're going to be in the office during work hours at the Ministry of National Security weekdays. You can come and see us.
Where's
this on Thompson Boulevard.
Ministry of National Security.
Yes, at the Ministry of National
I
Security.
know y'all know how to find the bar, you know. Y'all can find the bar and everything else. I want you to know where this office is.
We're on
to
the
save
ground
time.
floor. We're on the ground floor of the Ministry of National Security.
The ground floor.
Yes, you can. You can
And
come.
I will do my part.
I know you will.
And talk to start by when I go back to my office in Freetown. Start to make the calls. The parents of and young men whose numbers I have in my phone.
Yes.
Just to try to give, and I would get all the information from the lieutenant commander of this program, his contacts and the contacts that they can. I also told him off air that any way I can assist, because this type of thing is what I thrive on. I love to help the young people, especially the ones who people may look at as being lost. And this program is an ideal and perfect program for a lot of our young people in this country. So, Lieutenant Commander, any way I could help and assist, of course, with you going by the park and everything, anything with drinks, soft drinks, and what. I know the ministry, and people have to understand the government and the ministries only could do so much. I'm sure they could use all the assistance and help from good-minded thinking Bahamians to help them along the way, not to get involved with the program. Lieutenant Commander got that locked down in spades. But you need some cases of water, need some cases of soft drink to assist, or the canteen where they're providing food for the young people. Come and say, you know what, I love this program. We are all Bahamians. We love each other. Call the Ministry of National Security or call the Defense Force. I don't know, but he's based in the Ministry of National Security. And it's Bahamians who, like God said, you ain't carrying this to the grave with you. You ain't carrying this couple dollars. No. Say, look here, Mr. Minister, Mr. Government, who I am love in my country, I have $100. I have $1,000. I have $500. I leave that to you to put towards what this program needs.
So we stop complaining and we start contributing. Listen, man, folks, this is a great program. I want all the pastors, all the educators, all the politicians, those people who have noble report to pay attention to this program and support our armed forces, our government, in making this program available to young people. Any parting words for us today, sir, before we go to the news?
I like the words of Dr. Martin Luther King. He said, if I help someone as they travel along, if I cheer somebody with a word or song, if I show someone is going wrong, then my living will not be in vain. We, as this generation, have to reach out into the generation that's behind us and show them that there's a better way. That there are avenues and whatever opportunities we can provide for them, we need to try to provide for them. This is one opportunity. This is not the only opportunity. I sure Mr. Johnson has he tries to take advantage of every chance he has. It's out there. Come to us. We have the connections. We can help you.
Amen.
Help us help you.
Exactly.
Well, listen, man, I do appreciate that so much, gentlemen. We salute you once again. We thank you once again. And we hope that you stay tuned to our program today. And we look forward to seeing you again. I know that you're also having some other events in the very near future. I think on another Friday, the 24th, where you're going to be on that particular day.
Okay, on the 24th, we're going to be in Garden Hills.
Garden Hills?
Yes.
So you're going from the University of Wolf Road area, coming over the hill to Garden Hills, and then where do you go from there?
And then from there, we go to Carmichael.
All the way to City 2000.
Yes.
These people are doing their job to make this available. And the only person who has an excuse for not being there is the devil himself. Amen. This is Guardian Radio Today, 96.9 FM. Until news is completed, have a good one, folks. Stay with us.
'Cause that zero is too cold for me. I'm not trying to be your highness, 'cause that minus is too low to see. Yeah. Nothing from nothing, leave nothing. And I'm not stuffing, believe you me. Don't you remember I told you?
This is Guardian Radio, your station news and intelligent, interactive, and engaging conversations. 96.9 FM.
Hello, we're back on Guardian Radio 96.9. Now, Garth just went down to let the Lieutenant Commander and and his colleague out of the building. So he asked me to hold on to the show. Andrew Blue Johnson, look at you, hey, that remind me back of my old 100 Jams days. So I'm on with Peter, and we're talking, the conversation now is going to be the tightrope, speaking on what it is to walk that tightrope. Garth will be up in a second. And Peter, when you talk about that tightrope, you know, I've been there before in my lifetime, just walking that tightrope, not wanting to do wrong, always trying to stay on the side of right. And sometimes when you would get involved in some things that you should not be getting involved with. But tell me some of the experience that you had when you were young, Peter.
Good afternoon, Bahamas. Good afternoon, Brother Johnson. You know, one thing I can allude to is back in my school days, you know, we had good educators who really looked at us, and they saw good in us before we see it in ourselves. I had persons like General of the Bahamas right now, Dr. Cynthia Mother Pratt.
Yes.
You know, she was one of our mentors. And today, I still look back on what she have done for me. Then you had persons like Livingston Miller, Boston Blackie, we called him back then. They helped us along the way. And by virtue of what they installed in us, it kept us now to this point. Now, there were some of us who fell by the wayside, who did not adhere to the teachings, the mentorship, the guidance that we gather from persons like the current Governor General Mother Pratt, Cynthia Mother Pratt, and Livingston Miller. Then you had assisted with our development back then. So to see what is happening now, it is sad to know that the amount of young persons, and when I saw that crash with those young people in that, you know, my heart bleed for them.
Good young people.
Yes, but you know what I said, and people may not have understand in the contents in which I said it in. I said death is necessary for life, and in order for persons for things to get better, it has to make a sacrifice. And unfortunately, the death of those young kids, the death of those individuals on that plane, the death of those 5 persons who were shot in Baintown, all in 1 month basically, brings changes to this country. And to hear the commander talk about youth development, youth programs and stuff like that, that is a start. We should build on these things.
And what in addition to that, Peter, what I'm going to continue to do is to ask all of the people of these communities, Freetown, Bain and Grangetown, all of these communities who have done good for themselves, and good, whether it's in their profession, in business, or what have you, give back to your community. Put the time in. Yes, the finances could help as well, but sometimes just seeing you present on the ground goes a long way. You just talk about Boston Blackie, the current Governor General, the impact they had on your life, and things they would say and do that will influence you in a positive way. That's why I'm always, and I'm still in the community of Camp Road, because I am certain that when I do certain things in a positive way, and these young men and women could look at me and say that, you know what, I want some of that. I want to. It goes a long way, and it lasts for generations. So, but you have to be present. You have to be present. I'm not asking you, to leave your nice home and live back in a community that you moved out of. No, but come and spend some time. It goes, you got to pay it forward, man.
Well, you know, this is what faces many nations in the world. As we try to figure out how to solve issues, there are people who are paid handsomely to confuse the idea of nation building. They are there to be impediments. They are there to protect wealth. And for the rest of us, They have designed programs for us to barely survive because through barely surviving, people earn revenue. That's the way it works.
Yes.
You know, when we look at diseases around the world and situations around the world, many of the diseases that we now have is more than likely possibly through food. Who creates the food? Who's feeding us? We as Bahamian people, we always speak about the ailments of the Princess Margaret Hospital. Okay, we know that it's a program that is failing for the most part, even though many millions of dollars are injected into the system to attempt to save lives. Let's put it that way.
Yes.
You made a point of contributing as citizens to helping bring solution to a problem. Yes. We know that that doesn't exist in our country where we have most people saying, I'm willing to give an extra 10, 20, 30, $40 to the hospital.
In fact, Garth, let's continue to talk about it. Ask all of our countrymen. Just give, and you know what? I don't know how I'm gonna do it, but I don't know if I'm even able to do it or where do I do it. But I'm going to give $1,000 to the Princess Margaret Hospital, and I will make sure my manager find out where I can give a contribution to assist the Princess Margaret Hospital. The government, I don't care if it's an F&M government when they were in charge, a PLP government when they were in charge. We cannot rely on the government to do all things. So the ones, the Bahamians, the ones who are doing well for themselves and who can contribute or give something back, you don't have to wait for election time, man.
Even if you went to BTVI and you benefited from the program to where you are now a successful businessman, entrepreneur, what is wrong with you giving a portion back to the government?
Absolutely nothing.
The government gave to you to get you started. Why can't you give back to the government to reestablish the help that they need? I don't understand the way we think. But let me hear from another caller. Caller, you're live. This is Guardian Radio Today, 96.9 FM. Go ahead.
Yeah, good afternoon, Garth.
Hey, man.
I was in and out. I wasn't really listening to the conversation, but for the past, I listened before the hour and just like a couple of minutes into the hour. But the gentleman in the studio, you know, even though we pay taxes and we know the burden of the healthcare system and we see what is going on and what's needed, right? I just thought what he said, what he uttered just now, is something that I always thought the public should do. I advocated for a drop box, but they seem to think that if it's a drop box, they'll be pillaging. But, you know, people who, you don't have to be doing good, you know, God. It's a healthcare system.
Yes,
and so we are contributing to our own health. And I've mentioned it a few times on the radio. They should put a drop box just like the Salvation Army. I just don't get it. I mean, even if they have to put a camera there, but I just thought that was a great idea that he said, because, I mean, if we think like that, it'll be better off, and then it'll be a little subsidy, but the government is really neglecting it. But the thing is, it's overwhelming in a sense now that's coming in here and there. But, I mean, Jesus Christ, man, that shouldn't be a problem, because, I mean, I feel as if enough people even drop $1 or $5 or $10, you see collect. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I just thought, I mean, it's sad that people would think that they, you know, that's the other day you was talking about people going there and not even want to pay the $10, etc. But I just thought it was a great idea. I mean, I really don't see the negative effects of it. And maybe more of us should do that. Whether it be $1.25, $10, $50, whatever. I just thought we should have that type of mindset, man. I appreciate that, brother.
Yeah, man.
Thank you so much.
And God, not just Princess Margaret Hospital, just about every agency or ministry in this country, we can do this type of thing. Now, having said that, though, government or the people that are responsible, you still have to manage these industries and agencies, because that is also very important. I'm not saying that it's not happening now, but you know, all of us have issues when it comes to the public sector and certain management and government styles, and whether it's F&M, PLP, administrations. You always have, you hear your talks and you will wish it could be a little better. So we all have to decide to come together and say, you know what? Let's put this politics aside for the next 3 years, all right, and focus on rebuilding. Because the election is not going to be until another 4.5 years. So let's chart today.
Blue. Watch this, Blue. I want, after I'm done reading these 3 short paragraphs, Blue, I want Peter to respond first and then yourself. But I want you to listen to the logic of this person. I'm not going to judge them. I'm not going to say anything negative about them or anything other about them, but I want you all to respond honestly, without cussing and swearing. I want you all to respond. Here we go. You ready to go? People, call your family, call your friends, call your loved ones. We're going to have a great conversation for this hour. The numbers are 323-6232, 325-4316, 325-4259. Anywhere from the family violence, 300-5720. Or you go ahead and text at 422-4796. Here is the first part of their text. Hundreds have already died, way before the people this weekend. 3 brothers died in a single car crash on the highway in September 2024. I think that's those Christie boys, right? Same outcry, same we sorry, how tragic from these same politicians. And here we are again with more preventable deaths because we got the lesson multiple times in the past 5 years. That's the first text. Here comes the second. So we should give more of our meager salaries. The 33 government politicians need $30,000 more so they don't steal. Third text. Sabas have 20 multi-million-dollar contracts with the government by his declaration. I suggest that he gives the multi-million-dollar revenue from 15 of those contracts to PMH, Princess Margaret Hospital. How much does he need? Peter, out and you have the microphone.
You know, it's interesting how that individual alluded to the death of those 3 young men and that God continue to rest in peace. However, before they meet their demise, there were programs in place for road safety that not only them, but others before them, and even those who came after them, who died by the way of accidents on the streets of the Bahamas, that they, if only they had adhered to not only the speed limit, but to keep on their seat belts and stuff like that while they're in the car. Now, to say that the government, no matter what government it is, has failed the motorists in this country, a lot of that have to go back to the motorist itself and go back to the people who are the parents, or you have friends who are renting cars and giving it to underage persons who do not have any driver's license, who don't have any are not responsible for being on the road and other stuff like that. You cannot blame the government for that. We have to blame ourselves. That is one. Now, to say the government or members of parliament needing more monies to on their salaries so they don't be tempted to steal. You know, I think that's a farce because at the end of the day, we have rules and regulations in place that if any one of them are caught doing anything irregular, that they can be held accountable for it.
Yes.
So to exclude them, no. I think that be it this government, the government to come governments, that individuals, yes, they should be given a nice salary. Because at the end of the day now, you have persons, take for instance, you have persons, you have some of the union presidents are making more than politicians. You have some of the persons in quasi-government salaries are more than politicians. You understand? You have teachers now. The teacher. I love the teachers. I have some very good friends. Taught them to become politicians, who taught them to become directors and other stuff like that. And they need some good salaries. I think the system needs to be changed and how we look at compensation for our workers. Blue?
See, let me start with this, with the raising of politicians or members of parliament salaries. I had mentioned before, if you're going to raise it, I think. But first, let me say this: every last person that works in the government or the country that works in the public sector to make sure this country runs smoothly, they all could use a raise. But let's look at the reality. There's not enough money to go around, period. So it's up to us. Yes, although we need the money, the facts are, if you are a surgeon or a doctor in the Princess Margaret Hospital and you top tier making the most money, you are as important than the man who picking up the garbage.
Indeed.
Because let me tell you something, with all these garbage trucks, if my garbage truck is not picked up, my garbage not picked up in a week or 2 or 3, I'm going crazy. So everyone's job is important. Everyone needs a raise. But the reality is, not everyone can get it. If everyone gets what they want, the country will not function.
I like that
because we don't
conversation.
have that money.
I like that conversation, Blue, because I want to take that a bit further. Let me take this caller quickly. Caller, you're live. Go ahead, caller. Caller, you there?
Hello, God.
Hey, man, trying to get you on the air. Go ahead.
How are you doing? Good buddy to you and your guests.
Go ahead,
God,
Sparky.
school is out now. We have had a lot of tragedies in the last couple of weeks that sadden all of us, and we pray for the families. And may God protect those, and may they rest in eternal peace. The children are out of school now, God. I've talked this over and over. Instead of them being in the house playing in the Wi-Fi and the computers and stuff, those are not on the basketball court. I've told people a long time ago, I did it before, called Kites and Gadgets, where we meet up on the Western Fort, where a Jonkado group opened up the event, where we pick up children from all the special homes, where the gypsy drivers pick them up in the morning and deliver them safely at home in the evening, where the children of the Bahamas meet up there, and we have boxcar races, we have hula hoop, marble shooting, skipping rope, whatever we do, shoot, marble, skate, everything with the children for a whole day, and and kite flying, and everything up on the Western Fort where the breeze will be coming from the sea. We got the prettiest kite, the biggest kite, the kite that goes out the forest. We give them trophies and everything, and we give them everything.
Sparky, I was trying to get a word in there, Sparky.
They spend a day with...
Sparky, I'm trying to get a word in. Sparky, I got to let you go because you don't let me get a word in. Sparky, I love your idea. I think it's brilliant. I'm trying to pause you because somehow, some way, culturally, we're going to have a show just on that. We got to have you featured on that show to tell us about yesterday and how we can make yesterday a part of today.
Yeah.
And so, Sparky, I didn't cut you because I don't want to hear what you're saying. I wanted to cut you because I want you to save that for another show. But I appreciate you. Go ahead now,
Yeah,
Blue.
let me continue. But before I continue on that, see, this is what we need. We need, and I was like Sparky before in the way I think. I remember shooting marbles, spinning top, flying kites. But the reality is, those days are gone. They were our days. Now, we could still have the concept, but then again, it'll have to be where you're playing some video games, set it up, things the children and the young people spinning top and flying no kite in 2026 to anybody.
We just had the Defense Force here with a novel program, and I just got to be straight talking, Blue and Peter and Santi. I got to be straight with y'all. It seems to me that the time a child is born, they could see, they could hear, they could feel, they could smell, they can listen. The word money has become that which is the element that perpetuates people forward. It makes them focus, as it were, if there is that intrinsic value involved. And so what they were saying to us for the ages of 18 to 25, how can we now incentivize young people, I would say from the age of 7 to 12, which I was saying is the formative years, 7 to 12, how could we monetize that to bring out the geniuses of the Bahamas to the forefront, to take our country to the next level?
How? I would have to do some more research on it, but I can tell you one thing. It has to be with current things. It cannot
That's what I'm
be
saying.
with things we did as
Yesterday.
kids.
You want global advancement.
It would have to be current stuff.
So-
because you would not even get them with that old stuff.
That's what I'm saying. If okay, man, can I be straight talking, madam? 'Cause
Absolutely.
You're sitting here in the studio. If you have mothers prostituting their children, which is global, that's not just a Bahamian problem. This is a global problem. Mothers prostituting their daughters for money. Sons are also being prostituted, by the way, for money. I want you all to know this. How can we find a program now that can monetarily incentivize parents to bring forth the brilliance that we need to move this country forward? We got to find a way to do that. 12 years of age.
And I was saying this when the lieutenant commander of air was on. See, sometimes what we would have to do, it may not be popular, but in order to get the young ones we're trying to save, we got to buy out the parents.
Nah, you're talking good
We got to
talk.
buy them out.
Caller, you're live, 96.9 FM. Blues just talk straight. I can't get around Blue. Blues a straight talking man. Caller, you're live, 96.9 FM.
Good day, God and guest.
How you doing?
Great. Mr. God, if you put money on my account now, you put money on my account, my account, that's my money, right?
Yes.
Okay. I said that to say the government, all over the assembly or government agency need a raise. The problem is there's no accountability.
Jeez.
If they would just show what they're doing
Speak,
with
brother. Speak, brother.
Let me hear this.
If they would just show where this money has been spent, how it's been spent, people wouldn't have no problem by giving them the raise. But here it is. The government give them a year $180,000.
$150,000.
$150,000.
And then $3,500 a month. $3,500 a month for the constituency office, the bills and whatever.
Right, and there's no accountability. This is where the problem comes in. They need to give accountability with this money, and people will give it to them. But here it is. We're just spending money. Nobody's seeing nothing to the community. The streets, the lights them out, the roads are not being paved, the corners are not being cleaned up like what they're supposed to be doing, helping over the community. What they're doing with the money, that is the biggest problem.
So stay on the
That is why
line.
we have a problem with it.
Don't hang up on me. Stay with Goss. Stay with Goss. Wally, I want you to stay on the line if you could. If you can't, call me back. This is Guardian Radio Today, 96.9 FM. You started something. The fire has been lit. Godman at Roseboro want to bring more fire. We'll be right back after this break.
Budgeting and saving? Yes. Investing? Check. But what if you could do more? With an RF brokerage account, you can get priority access to local investment opportunities right as they come to the market. Never miss a bond or new share offering again. Plus, you can house all your investments in one place and benefit from expert investment advice. Contact us at brokerage@rfgroup.com to start doing more today. Some conditions apply. RF, money at work.
Always on the go? Missed the show? You can now listen to Guardian Radio talk shows on YouTube by searching Guardian Radio 96.9 FM or by entering the name of your favorite show. You can also listen by logging on to GuardianTalkRadio.com and clicking on the podcast tab. Guardian Radio, continuing to provide you with fresh news and smart talk anywhere, anytime, all day.
This is Guardian Radio, your station for up-to-the-minute news and intelligent, interactive, and engaging conversations. FM.
Nothing from nothing leaves nothing. You gotta have something if you wanna be with me. Nothing from nothing leaves nothing.
And we are back. Caller, you still on the line?
I'm still on the line.
All right, good. Now, I don't want you to hang up now. You part of the panel now where you put yourself in hot water. So you ain't going nowhere. Peter out, as a guest, I'm going to allow him to respond to you. And then you could interact, you could interject, because we's one. All us Bahamian people is one. I don't know why they think we ain't one. I don't give a hoot what you think but me. Call me whatever you want. I know one thing. I's a Bahamian to the core. And if you burn the Bahamas down, take it from the British, give it to the Spanish, take it from the Spanish, give it to the Dutch, take it from the Dutch, and give it. I'm still a Bahamian. That's me.
I'm with you.
All right. I could live in grass hut. I could live in the field with the cow. I could live underneath East Street Barracks. I don't care. Was I in the Bahamas? What part of y'all don't understand?
That's right.
Peter Alton, respond to our brother.
Good afternoon, caller. You know, I found it interesting when you talk about candidates or MPs making a proper, when I say proper, declaration of the constituency allowance. You know, the sad thing about it is that once these declarations are made, are they being properly audited? Because
I don't think so.
That's where we need to go with that, because a lot of them may have campaign or contribution from private citizens. That does not go towards, or that should not be applied as a part of their declaration from the constituency funds. See, it's a whole different ball game now.
It's a whole different.
See, but Peter, also too, right now, accountability. I'm strong on accountability. So am I. I've been saying this for a while, ever since I've entered politics. Listen, man, the $28,000. I think it could be raised, but of course, going into the last general election, everyone knew they was getting $28,000. So if you're going to raise it, I would incrementally raise it every year. Whatever the raise would be you want to give it, divided by 5. So the first year, you'll get that piece. Second year, and let it get at the end of the fifth year. Sorry?
One more thing, sir. The real accountability in this country, the real people who really need the raise is the teachers and the nurses. They're leaving the country and going other places. This is where the government has to stop, check, and see what's going on in our country. Why are they leaving? Everything is about money in this day and time. They're not being properly compensated for the things that they're doing. Only the politicians can get the raise. They just click their thing and they get the raise.
I beg to differ with you, because if you
something you will never agree on.
Yeah, but that is true. That is true, right? But if you're going to apply a monetary value to the level of service you provide, and yes, everyone should be compensated to the point where they can live, because at the end of the day, you put your all in all into it. Let me give you an example. In 1990, I joined the Airport Fire Services. In 96, I went through the fire academy at A&M. I was offered a job at that time in Texas for paying me $60,000 in 96 to stay in Texas. But I said no. I came back home because I said, my department where I work, we need the level of training that I attained. I went back every year to a different certification after coming out the academy in Kilgore. And every time I come back home, I was able to elevate my men or my colleagues at the Airport Fire Services.
So, and one more, too. Our government agency, the lack of training. The training is unbelievable. Our people are just so rude when it comes to dealing with people. They put the worst set of people in the front of the people to deal with people.
My God.
And that is done. We don't train these people. They take anybody and just throw them in the front.
See, you are totally correct, caller. But see, this is where we need to take the politics out of the office. Because if we can hold the prime minister, if we can hold any minister accountable for something that happens in their ministry, then the individuals that are causing the problem should be held accountable as well.
Exactly. And they don't do it with government.
Yeah, but the thing is, like I say, all comes back down to retraining our Bahamian people's minds. And the thing about it is that we all know this, man. Look here, man. And like God said, I believe in being straight up and honest.
So
everyone, give me a second, brother, please. Everyone, every position or every job in this country dealing with the government job, everyone could use a raise, man. The teachers,
One more thing before I go on.
But hold on, let me finish it.
You may run out of minutes. Go ahead. Let me hear what you got to say, caller. Go ahead, caller.
I used to work over to Atlanta, and I thank God for Atlanta, and I can tell you why. I was working in engineering, and when we never go on seminars, they send us all over the world just to get the top of the top. We go to the factory to learn about these things, and they do it to everybody. Even if it's too much of us, they will bring the factory over and teach us everything about a machine. They don't do it here. And I know because I work in the industry. Our problem is lack of training. And this is why we have such a big problem. The government needs to spend money on training every individual, starting from the janitors straight up to the top of the top. We are lack of training.
I like that. I like that thought. Training and development. Thank you for your call, man.
But our problem, as I see it, is more than just lack of training. Lack of training, yes. But we have a problem, lack of management. All right? Now, if a politician, most politicians, just about all of them, they're mean or re-elected. And if I am a minister of a government, first I have to be an MP or part of a senator, then become a minister, or a member of parliament and become a minister. So if I am thinking about being re-elected or hopefully to be elected at some particular time in a general election, I would not put my foot down. And that's why I'm so different when it comes to politics, and I was so different in my last campaign. If I believe in a position, and if I think it's right or wrong, and I stand on that position, I don't care about your vote. But most politicians, they would appease you with bullskate just to make sure not do a particular thing, but because they don't want to lose that potential voter.
Because the politician, before he's a politician, they ain't nothing like you, Blue. They ain't giving Princess Margaret no $1,000. So you got to understand how this thing is working. Let me take this caller live. Go ahead, caller. This is Guardian Radio 96.9 FM.
Yes. Good afternoon, God.
How you doing, my friend?
First thing is first. I hear you. The gentleman say that we're not making enough money. That's the number one thing that we as a generate more money inside our country.
I agree.
We need to hold the government fire for that because you can't keep on taxing the people.
I agree.
You know, we have to find a more revenue on how we're going to get it inside the country. I don't know if it's by shipping or making stuff or resources.
No, the Bahamas government is scared to make money. We afraid. Guess what? I'm a young man. The first time I like a girl, I really like a girl. I don't just like a girl because she's pretty. I don't like a girl like I want this girl. Something inside me say I want everything from this girl. I already knew I had to bring something. I got to bring something. I wasn't working. My mom working. My daddy working. I trying to find out how to get a couple of dollars from mommy and daddy to give to this girl because I want this girl attention. If the Bahamas has the attention of the world, you got to not be afraid to charge these people some money. The Bahamian woman tells us, man, all the time, sweet boy, you sweet boy, you can pay my rent. Sweet boy, you putting gas in my car. Sweet boy, you can pay for my HOA. Sweet boy. Now, if the woman in the country can say sweet boy, why can't the Bahamas as a woman say sweet boy? When y'all gonna bring the Bahamas some? Just want to know if you all that attractive or if you all just think we simply ugly. You got to talk to me straight.
You can't be. We ain't ugly now because you.
But if you're pretty, then charge these people this money. You all over the other day. The people coming in the boat, they don't spend all this money to come fishing in the Bahamas. What the hell? Go to Jamaica then, nigga. I'm sorry. You see, get me mad.
No.
Go to Trinidad and Tobago. Go down to Brazil. What you coming here for? We didn't want you. You want fish in my waters? I got red snapper, I got yellowtail, I got grunt, I got hine, I got turbot, I got everything down here.
Bluefin tuna. Yeah. And what we as Bahamians, see, I am not in a position to speak for the Prime Minister or Cabinet Ministers because I don't know what comes before their table. But one thing I do know, that just because geographically how we are situated in the Bahamas close to our big brother, the United States, we need to know our worth.
That's
and
all
our
I'm saying.
Strength.
That's all I'm
we
saying.
need to know, and I'm sure we don't have to come off to whomever and say, look, yeah, do the, we don't have to do this or this, but we could do it in a way where they could get that idea, brother. Okay, fine, no problem. We really would like your business, but if you don't, no problem, you move on. But this is our cause.
You know why it's
and
called?
it comes, and but God, this is the very point I'm trying to listen. I have no beef with the Prime Minister. I think the Prime Minister is a good man, and I think he's trying his best. But it all starts from the top. If a Prime Minister, not Brave Davis, but a Prime Minister would come and say, look here, I'm going to make some changes. I'm going to make this Bahamas better. He will lose. He will start with his own base, people in his own party mad. But this one looking for contra, this one looking for contra. So we got to clean this up, but you will lose some people. And cleaning it up would mean ain't no free chicken.
And we got to go to a break here quickly. But listen, young man, y'all stop trying to use my country, man. We ain't no doormat for the world. We are a noble, sovereign nation, 53 years and celebrating. Give us some space, man. Give us some respect. This is Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. We'll be right back after the break.
Cleveland Clinic. You set your course, not cancer. So when your journey takes an unexpected turn, you seek out the experts who've conquered it before, and you forge new paths to help fight cancers. For every route to a cure, for every care in the world. See how we're innovating cancer care at Cleveland Clinic today.
Hungry for some serious beef? Then get ready, because Burger King Nassau is bringing back the double quarter-pound king. That's a full half-pound of flame grilled beef, topped with melty cheese, tangy mustard, crunchy pickle, and fresh onions. Served on a toasted sesame seed bun, classic style. Big flavor, big protein, big satisfaction. Get your double quarter-pound king meal with medium fries and a drink for only $10.35. More food, less money. Only at Burger King Nassau.
No budget for a vacation this summer? No worries. We got you. Guardian Radio 96.9 will fly you and a guest to South Florida for a vacation of a lifetime. Our sweet summer escape gets you round-trip tickets on Bahamas Air. $1,000 spending cash, thanks to Percy's Island Games. Brand new luggage from Brass and Leather. 4 days and 3 nights at the beautiful Holiday Inn Express Plantation. Free car rental from Hertz, too. All you need is your passport. We got you covered. Enter now for the Guardian Radio 96.9 Sweet Summer Escape. Fill out the form in today's Nassau Guardian and follow us on all social media platforms. Remember, you must be 18 or older to enter. Entry deadline August 12th, drawing August 14th. Taxes not included and certain restrictions apply. This is Guardian Radio, your station for up-to-the-minute news and intelligent, interactive, and engaging conversations. 96.9 FM.
Nothing from nothing leaves nothing. You gotta have something if you wanna be with me. Nothing from nothing leaves nothing.
Ooh. Oh, mercy, y'all. Forgive me. It is a day here at Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. Guardian Radio today. I just don't like when people treat the Bahamas as if it's a doormat. I don't like disrespect. It just irritates me. And I think when a person or an entity understands its value,
yes,
that there is nothing out there that can diminish your strength.
And just let's bring it personal. No one, but if you want to talk bad about me or try make me as an individual feel, man, I know my value, man.
I know my
what
value.
So I don't. Okay, no problem. Yeah, okay, whatever. That's a you problem. That ain't a me problem.
Blue.
So the Bahamas has to come and behave that way as well. Understand your value, your strength.
Blue, I lived in Hartsfield-Jackson Airport for 3 months.
You lived in the airport?
Yeah, not in the airport hotel.
Okay.
In the airport. Real story.
How you were?
I lived in the airport. I had an airport badge.
Mm.
I was an employee.
Okay.
I could go anywhere in the airport. So I knew how to go to the bathroom and use an air dryer to dry my shirt out after I squash it with the soap dish in the face basin. I knew how to do those things so I could be fresh every day for work. I knew how to find a place in the corner of the airport when all the flights stop on the international concourse and take my jacket and go to
You
sleep
go your
over there.
spot.
I know my spots.
Yeah.
I knew where to get food from. I knew where to get free food from. I got a salary, but I was able to buy lunch. I knew how to survive in the airport. When I left the airport with 10 cents in my pocket, free flight to Nassau, Bahamas. You think I don't know how to survive?
Yeah, man.
You think after all I've been through in this life, educated as I am, that money and situations govern Scotsman at Roseboro?
No.
Or is it the ability to survive and smile while you're surviving? And that's all I'm telling the Bahamas. We went through Dorian. We went through COVID-19. Some things happening to us. This past holiday season, I prayed on Thursday that nothing would go wrong. Everything seemed as if it went wrong. I got a call while sitting here on this show. Condolences to my wife's family. Just lost a sister, younger sister, just now. I'm hearing these things. But I'm saying to you once again, if you know your value, situations can't bother you. We got to walk this tightrope. And Blue Johnson, you've walked it in Freetown. Peter has just came from Dominican Republic. He can tell you about the tightrope that he was on. Let me tell you all, people in the Bahamas, at the age of 53, we are still on the tightrope. Someone is slacking in the rope sometime. Some of us are falling off. But at the end of the day, you got to hold your balance. Hold your balance. Call you live, 96.9 FM. Talk to us quickly because Blue got plenty to say. And Peter over there smiling. Go ahead, call you live.
Good evening, good afternoon, sir. How you doing?
Man, your voice sounds strong. I like that. I like that.
Yeah, it's good to hear from Blue. Blue song like he ready to work.
Oh, yes.
So it's good to have him where he's at.
Yes.
And so he could bring a balance to the minds of the Bahamian people.
That's why he's here. Peter's a balanced man. We balance people.
Too long.
Yes.
People hang on one side. I could be on this side and you on that side.
Yes.
But this country for us after 53 years to go forward, we need some balanced people who
Amen.
could think
Amen.
out of the box
Amen.
and ain't all about politics.
Amen.
Now, there's a lot of things that was said on the show. I can't address all because you run out of time. But one thing I would like to say is that while the government strives to try to give everybody a raise for the last 8 or say in the last 5 years, all right? Because they didn't give themselves anything. But almost every institution here in the Bahamas, they try to include them in getting a raise. So I have no problem with the government getting a raise at this time. Now, it was raised that all you need to give the teachers more money. They were some of the first to get money when the government came to power, and then they got again. Now, I have nothing against teachers getting raised, but I can tell you they would benefit more from what they have already compared to when I was in the situation, because when I was there, every dollar I got, I had to pay my dad care and every other care.
Okay.
The government has vowed to do all of these cares for education and other health people. And they need to consider that big move that the government has agreed to. Because people in yesteryear, they didn't have it to take home. But they could carry theirs home now because the government handling for them. Somebody asked the question, where the government going to get all this money? Very important question, because nobody won't pay taxes. Nobody won't pay dues. All right? So let them consider that. But going forward, government cannot buy loyalty. It doesn't matter how much money they invest.
It's wisdom.
It cannot buy loyalty.
I appreciate that.
I can say the people who work for government prior to them, dental care, eye care, health care, and every other care. Before that, those people who work for government were loyal. But now we have a lot of grabbers, money grabbers. So when it retreats down to government having to satisfy some people. Of course, everybody need a raise, but there are some people who will never be satisfied.
Well,
So they ain't thinking about what government has done for them with all this dental care and eye care and head care and foot care and mental care. They ain't worried about that.
Well, I appreciate you so much, my dear. Great contribution. Let me take the last caller. Caller, you're live. Garden Radio Today, 96.9 FM. You there?
Hello?
Hey, go ahead, my friend.
Yeah, I'm calling back because I was cut off last time. I didn't finish. I was looking at but everybody say they want a raise and everybody deserve a raise.
Yeah.
I don't think just the teachers. I think some teachers starting off salary is over $20,000 a year, and I think with a master's is $30,000 or something like that a year.
Yeah, that ain't no money.
Pardon me?
Yeah, that's no money, but go ahead.
Yeah, it ain't no money, but the majority of the Bahamas getting paid less than that, bro. Trust me on that. You know, it's something that they could start off with. Like I said, I know teachers living in gated community. I know teachers were sending their kids to the college and have a mortgage. And I thought it was single parent teachers. So they might want more, but they could survive. Just like the rest of the country. Now the other benefits and stuff, that's debatable. The debatable. All right, but I said that to say this: the United States makes trillions of dollars, and United States don't fund their public school 100%. Public school have to go and find resources to charter their education for a year with the kids. And I think we need to start to go inside that era now where schools have the mandate to go out there and raise funds. And I think anybody who invests inside a school, businesses or whatever, they should get some kind of exemption on their taxes. Because they show that they're in partnership with the government and helping the government with its people. You can hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Trying to hurry you on.
Right.
We got about 15 texts here to read, and we're at the end of the show. But go ahead quickly.
No problem. I
quickly.
think that we need to go in that area because nowhere our government makes trillions of dollars. And everybody's trying to get everything. Everybody's trying to get something out of this little cookie jar.
Yes, yeah.
And everybody know within their mind that it's not so.
Well, you got to cut again. Listen, we are like out of time, but I have to give Blue Johnson an opportunity to give Freetown a shout out to invite them to come out on Friday 1 to 3 at St. George's Park. You got to get your young people out there.
Yes.
Give Freetown a good shout out. Peter Houghton, I know you want to give the fire branch at the airport. You know they're challenged in the fire services in this country. I'll let Peter give his shout out. And then, you know, Peter, my body's beginning to tingle. Tomorrow, the 14th of July, it's my birthday. Hallelujah. Good God Almighty. And so, listen, I'm fighting to get out of here. But Peter and I have been hanging out this weekend. We've been hanging out. Me and Peter, we had a great time. He didn't have such a good time in a long time. So we know how to get down, get funky, and get loose.
Indeed.
But go ahead, Peter. I mean,
well, I
go ahead, Blue.
I just want
Give
to
a
let
shout out.
the people of Freetown know that the Lieutenant Commander really have a good program, and I got all his information. Yeah. All the young people I know in my area that I have the phone numbers, and I will give them the information. I will go drive around, especially in the Lion Road, Sutton Street area, all through Camp Road, and the surrounding areas.
We want at
because
least
it's a good program.
We want 300 young people to St. George's Park this Saturday, 1 to 3 o'clock.
I'm going to do my best, and I'm also going to reach out to a very good friend and big sister of mine, Miss Auburnet Roll, from the Public Hospital Authority, to see how best I could give this donation that I come through.
Well, listen, I'm doing my part. This Friday, I want 300 young people minimum to be on St. George's Park to participate and apply for this program. Peter out.
Yes, to my brothers and sisters in the Airport Fire Services, from Nassau to Grand Bahama, Abaco, Eleuthera, Exuma, and San Salvador. I want you guys to stay strong, hold the fort. The country needs you. And yes, Saturday is only a test. and we must show what we are made of, what we are trained to do, and stay focused. And to the young people in the country, the commander has an awesome program. To the urban renewal leaders, this would be something good to get the young people involved from the various constituency. I don't care which political affiliation they are with. Just get them there. At the end of the day, it will help all of us.
I so appreciate your presence here today, along with our lovely friend here, Santi. It's good to always see you. You're so beautiful. You give us that energy, you know. But listen, man, it is the 30th of July. Happy birthday to all the July people. I'm getting calls from all over the place. God, my birthday today. God, my birthday tomorrow. Gabby's husband's birthday is tomorrow. I don't know if she can be on the air, but I think Uncle's going to be here. But no, Gabby's husband's birthday is on Wednesday, because mine is tomorrow, Tuesday. And then Jobeth Colby's birthday is on Thursday. You got a whole lot of July people out there. So all of my good friend Angel, a happy birthday to you on the 14th of July, the greatest day of the year. Let me tell you why. Because when you take the independence of America, July 4th, and the independence of the Bahamas, July 10th, 10 and 4 is 14. Now you know why a July 14 baby like myself so biggity. Because I independent bad. Don't play with me. Do not play with me. When you want to talk about being free, talk about Godman and Roseboro, man. I am living. I am celebrating. My condolences to my family, the McPhee family.